Go away. Hi. I'm having too much fun. But
That phone's getting full and wet.
yeah, it
Two bad things
never
for a phone.
happens. Welcome to another episode of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and technology. And this week we have My Phone is Getting Full, but we're Geeks on Tour. So, if you're watching on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe while you're there and do all those things that you're supposed to do. And a quick tip first, Chris, what do you have?
This one isn't quite as quick as most of my starting tips, but you see, today's show is about how to clean up your phone when it's getting full, something that we all have to do from time to time. Photos are a big thing to delete. But I want to make sure you know what you're deleting. There's a lot of confusion in here. So I put together a six and a half minute pre-recorded segment on this.
And
Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour. And in this tip, I want to make sure you understand when you delete photos, what exact photos are you deleting? Where are the photos stored that you take with your phone? I don't want you to make this mistake and delete your only copy. First, I'm going to talk just about the photos that are on your device. No cloud involved. Pretend that the cloud doesn't exist. When you first take a photo, it is stored on your device. It's stored in something called the camera roll, or sometimes it's called the DCIM folder. That stands for digital camera images. Now, if you have an iPhone, then you probably use this Apple Photos app, whose job it is to show you the photos that are in your camera roll. So the photo isn't actually stored in Apple Photos. It's stored on the device. Apple Photos shows it to you. We call that a gallery app. And if you have a Samsung, the app is actually called Gallery. Its job also is to display for you the photos that are stored in your camera roll DCIM folder. Now, these two apps came pre-installed with your phones, but there are others that do the same function. Google Photos, for example. If you have Google Photos installed, it will show you the photos that are in your camera roll. They are not copied to Google Photos. Very important to know. And the same with Amazon Photos. If you use the Amazon Photos app on your Android, it is also a gallery type of app. Do not delete a photo using the Google Photos or Amazon Photos thinking that you're deleting a copy. No, you are deleting the photo from your phone. It may be your only copy. I want to demonstrate this for you. To demonstrate this, I have my Samsung phone here, and I'm going to put it into airplane mode. So that means that this phone no longer has any connectivity to the cloud. So whatever happens is going to be happening just on the phone. And I'm going to take a photo. I take a photo of these buttons. Now, where did that photo go? It went to the camera roll. We see it right here. And if I tap here, it opens the Samsung Gallery app. Now, it's obvious that if I deleted from here, it would be deleting from the phone. But what I want to show you is if I go to Google Photos, I see that same picture. It is showing me the picture that is on the phone, the one and only picture copy of this picture because we don't have any cloud. If I delete it from here, it says this will move to the trash and I need to allow it. So now If I go to the Samsung gallery, that photo is gone. Using Google Photos, I have deleted the photo that was on the device. And since I was in airplane mode, no app had the opportunity to upload that to the cloud, so that photo is gone. Actually, it's in the trash, but only in Google Photos. So if you realize what you've done, you can go into Google Photos, Library, and Trash. You can find that photo and restore it. But if you don't do that, that photo is gone. Now let's put the cloud back into the picture. So with Apple Photos, if you use the recommended settings, that photo will get uploaded to Apple iCloud. On a Samsung, there is no automatic cloud connected to Samsung Gallery, but Google Photos, if you turn it on, will upload that photo to the Google Cloud. And same thing with the Amazon Photos app. If you set it up, it will automatically upload to the Amazon cloud. Now I want to step you through what happens if you delete a photo using the Apple Photos app. On your iPhone, you open up the standard Apple Photos, you open a photo and tap delete. It gets deleted from the device, the camera roll, DCIM folder, and also from the Apple Cloud. But it doesn't touch the Google Cloud or the Amazon Cloud copies. Now, if you delete using Google Photos, just using the trash can, I mean, there are other ways of deleting, but if you just use the standard trash can, here's what happens with the Google Photos. It will get deleted from the Google Cloud, that's obvious, but then it synchronizes down to the device and it will delete it from the device if you give approval. Now, Apple Photos notices that it's gone from the device and it will synchronize that deletion through to Apple Cloud. So you no longer have any copies of that photo. That may be what you want. If it was garbage, you want it deleted from everywhere. That's a good thing. It's just important that you know what you're deleting.
Right.
So just before you tap that trash can, make sure that you know what's going to get deleted and that that's okay with you.
I've been there a lot this recent few days. Yeah.
Been deleting photos?
Well, I've been trying to clean up other things and making sure that
right.
I have to make room for a game on one of my old computers. I'm Jim, and here together with my wife, Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. And do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your iPhone or your Android device and the cloud? And how do you learn? How do you learn?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads.
Without a doubt.
But we are geeks who teach, and we think the best way to learn is on a continual basis, lifelong learning. And we come up with a topic every so often on a Sunday, and that's what this show is all about. All of our content is then collected on our website at geeksontour.com.
Cool. So, Chris, where are we now?
We're home, but we spent...
That's not the one.
We spent a week... Just last week before last, I don't know. Week before last.
Week before last.
In the Bahamas, we are longtime Toastmasters, and we think it's a great organization.
It is a great organization.
We had the opportunity to attend and volunteer to work at the Toastmasters International Convention and World Championship of Public Speaking.
They were really, 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 really good.
It was impressive.
Very impressive. The whole operation, the whole convention was just beautifully done and well done. The Toastmasters International is a wonderful organization for teaching speaking skills and leadership. You should join us.
And it was in the Bahamas.
We had to go. It is our local district, so they were the host district for this Southeast Florida and the Bahamas. So It was...
But the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah,
Bahamas.
we had to go diving.
We had to go diving for a few days after the convention.
And I have this new housing for my phone. So I was able to take some underwater video, and I'm going to show a little bit of it here.
Now, he's been taking...
So these pictures and videos were taken with the phone. And the video that you see in now, the movie, was put together with a program called Filmora that I use. So that's a spotted moray, if you don't know that.
So how deep did you take the phone?
I took it over 70 feet. So it was pretty, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Lionfish. They are an invasive species. Here.
They had some kind of nice wrecks. I'm not a fan of diving wrecks, but these were interesting.
There's Chris.
Sign language. "84-degree water."
It was nice. It was warm. Saw some nice turtles. So we did 4 dives while we were there.
And so how much did this housing cost you?
The housing is $200.
Not bad.
No.
Compared to what it used to be, like $15,000, what my mom would do.
I think that's the end. Yeah. Okay.
But how fun was it just to be able to take this with your
it's
phone?
Great because, as you can see here, the back of the camera is and it's touch screen, so just like any other device, I could touch the screen and have the camera and if you're in trouble at the surface, you can make a phone call. And the cool thing about it is because they're on Google Photos, they go right up to the cloud. I don't have to transfer any files. It was just cool deal. So that's my...
And Debbie Diver asks for a link to the housing, and you're in luck. If you go to Geeks... Well, let me show you.
Okay.
If you just go to geeksontour.com, we put it in our Amazon store. So we'll get a few cents, too, if you buy from our store.
Doesn't cost you any extra.
You find our store under More and our Amazon store. And in the smartphone accessories, there is the underwater housing. 190. Oh, it's not 200. It's 199.
But you have to request the
right.
insert for your particular phone. It comes with iPhones and Samsung's inserts, but I had to request it, and they 3D print it in plastic. It's pretty neat. So you just stick your phone in there and close it up. It's very handy, and it's a great...
Yeah, so the description says iPhone, but you just request this extra piece and for whatever phone you have.
Yeah, and that
Way
works.
Cool.
Okay. That's it. So, say hi to our our online viewers. Got a lot of people in there today, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Yeah.
In Iowa,
Michigan, South Carolina, Bradenton, Florida, on the other side, and Stewart.
Willamette Valley.
Yeah. It's 78 and sunny in New York City. That's great. All right. There'll be more.
Ron Brown from Tech for Senior asks, is that your Pixel 7 that's in the...
That is my Pixel 7 that is inside the housing. My regular phone. Although Chris has the new What number is that iPhone?
14 Pro.
14 Pro. That'll fit in the case as well, so that should be pretty cool. All right, where am I? All comments. Keep going.
And I saw somebody asked, is 64 gigabytes big enough if you take a lot of photos? And a lot of people said no, and I agree. 128 is minimum these days.
And my Pixel phone has 256, so...
32, yeah, that's not...
No.
No, you'll get aggravated.
You will. It's, yeah, just... It used to be a lot of storage.
Oh, really?
Remember when... Yeah, so...
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, a couple more. Our premium members make our work possible. Those of you who are premium members, if you're not, we invite you to become a premium member. There are some great advantages and some perks and one of those things is our after show, our backstage pass. It's a Zoom meeting right after this, and you get the link from an email that Chris sent out earlier today, or you can go to our website and go to the login page, and it's right there.
All right.
It's
my
all right?
phone is full.
Oh my God, not again.
How do you know? This is the second time that I've had to do this cleanup on my Samsung. That image on the left is my Samsung. And how you get to this on the Android, settings, battery and device care and storage. On the iPhone, settings, general, iPhone storage. Now, your Android might not have the battery and device care. There's slightly different flavors of Android, but both of them you can search for storage. So let me show you that. So this is my Samsung. And if you go into settings, and I always get there by swiping down from the top and then tapping the little gear. However you get there is fine. So settings, and there's tons of them. So if you can't find the one for storage, it's very easy. Just tap the search and type storage. And there it is, under battery and device. What do you think?
Time to clean that baby up.
I have been having problems with my phone lately.
I can't imagine why.
I mean, all weird problems, sometimes with phone calls, sometimes with an app just freezing. And I do blame the fact that it is so full. And we'll be visiting this screen again. But this is where you will learn what is taking up. I mean, in mine, it is mostly images, but then an awful lot of it is apps. So actually, I think my apps are over 50 gigabytes, and my images are 43. So it's more the apps than the images. But between the two, those are my biggest ones. Now, your mileage might vary. You might come in here and see that there are other files. Maybe or it's audio. Maybe you store a lot of music on your phone. I don't. So it's different for different people, but it's pretty popular that apps and images are the big culprits. On my iPhone, you go into settings, and then once again, I can just search for storage. And I'm not talking about iCloud storage. I'm talking about general storage. And actually, this one I'd rather show you. You go to general, and then it says iPhone storage. So that makes sense to me. And it gives you the same kind of diagram. Now here, the red is apps. The light orange is media, meaning photos and videos. So wiping out all of my photos and videos wouldn't make much difference on this device. I need to get rid of apps. But I'm at 83 of 128. I have plenty of room. I'm not worried about this phone. This phone has plenty of open space. It will work just fine. Okay. So, phone, now something that people get confused about a lot. So I'm going to I hope I'm not going to beat it to death, but phone storage versus cloud storage. Your phone is hardware. It is your device in your hand, and it has a capacity. Somebody said theirs was 32 gigabytes, too small. Mine are 128. My next one will probably be 256. And then however much you have on it is taking up phone storage. If you need more, then you have to buy a new phone. There's no just expansion slots for these anymore. There used to be SD cards, but even they didn't expand your internal storage. And buying a new phone is like $1,000, right? Nearly. Now, cloud, on the other hand, if you need more cloud storage, no problem. You just pay another $20 a year and you have more cloud storage. The cloud is unlimited. It's just your account that defines how much space you have in the cloud. You can remove stuff from there and free up that also, but why bother? For $20 a year to get 100 gigabytes, I think that's a no-brainer myself. You'll get notifications when your storage starts getting full. This is another place where you need to pay attention. Is it talking about your phone storage or your cloud storage? If your phone is full, the message will mention a device and will probably give you a link to settings or some way to clear the device. So here's a message, iPhone storage full. So it's mentioning your iPhone. You can free up space by managing your storage in settings, and it has a link to settings. Or you're running low on storage to make more space on your device. So these messages are both talking about your device getting full. Whereas if it's your cloud account that's getting full, the message will mention the word account. It also often offers for you to be able to buy more, get more storage, upgrade your account. And so here's one. iCloud storage is full. So that's your iCloud account, not your iPhone that's getting full with that message. Or account storage is full. Now this one doesn't tell you what account. I have lots of cloud storage accounts. Which one is this telling me? Well, if you read in the detail, it says to continue using Gmail, clean up space, or get more storage. So since it says Gmail, this is talking about my Google account and get more storage. How about Google Photos? Is it taking up device storage or is it taking up cloud storage? Well, if you go to your account screen in Google Photos, you will see something like this, account storage almost full. That's talking about cloud. Check out the little icon here. So that is saying this is referring to the cloud. But then what's this? Free up space. Is this offering to free up space in your cloud account? No. This is freeing up space on your device. Look at the little icon of a phone there. And these are the prices. You get 15 gigabytes of cloud storage for free. 100 is just $20 a year. And there's other perks too. So I highly recommend paying the $20.
I don't see any questions. Let's see.
Maurice. Hello, Maurice.
Yeah, if the Android is full, Gmail, Calendar, and Contacts has trouble with saving new items.
Yeah, well, just when a phone gets full, period. All sorts of things just don't work well.
Yeah.
All right. And if you're learning something here, please give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
On the YouTube.
Okay.
All right. Judy says...
There it is. Yeah.
with the new Jabra Enhanced Pro 10 hearing aids.
Whoa.
While streaming audios, I've learned I need to clear my recently used screen displays. Home button and swipe up to remove.
Happy hearing
Really?
aids. How about that?
That doesn't make I'm surprised at that, but okay. That's not actually talking about any storage. Those recently used apps are just placeholders. They're not actually taking up storage anywhere.
Okay.
But whatever works, we learn these things, and your mileage may vary.
Okay.
So,
what do you do?
if your phone is full, you got to delete stuff. If you're not willing to get a new phone, you have to delete stuff.
Right.
On the Android, an easy one, and I'll show you this later, is the data cache. There's just temporary storage that can be cleared. Don't forget text messages. If you do a lot of texting and you get attachments from people and you send attachments, you might need to delete that. And then things that you've downloaded, like music, documents, movies, maps. But the biggest culprits, usually you can fix everything just by cleaning up videos and photos and apps. I call that the biggest bang for your buck. So if you're just going to do one thing, do the photos and videos.
Tom wants to know, can you keep a photo on the Google Cloud and delete it from your phone?
Absolutely. That is my number one lesson here, and we will be showing you that completely. So deleting, but just individually deleting photos from the device. Yeah. So here, in the Google has put a copy of a photo in the cloud. You want to now delete it from the device, but leave it in the cloud. Yes, absolutely. That's what you can do. But don't use the photos trash can. The trash can will delete from both device and cloud. That's what it's meant to do. You have to use the command delete from device. And I want to demo this by taking a couple of new photos so that you can really see what's going on. So, Jim.
Yeah. What?
I want you to hold up this propeller beanie so I can
Okay.
take a picture of it.
Hi, from the studio.
So, a picture of the propeller beanie. All right, so I'm taking one photo. This is with my Samsung. Now I want Mr. Android here.
And this is why we had to turn off the green
The
screen.
green screen, otherwise he would just disappear. I love my little plushy Mr. Android.
All right.
So I take a picture of him.
And not me.
Yeah. All right, now how about the hat on the Mr. Android?
Oh, God.
You got to have some fun.
All right. There.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so I just
What do you
took 3 new pictures,
All right.
and let me show you what's going on.
All right.
Where did those pictures go?
Who knows? It's magic.
Oh, I know. I want to first show, have they already been copied up to the cloud? And the answer is no. I happen to know for sure that the answer is no, but let me explain. So if I want to just see what's in the cloud, I'll go to a computer and go to photos.google.com. That is just looking straight at the cloud copy of my Google Photos. And I can even refresh, and the photos of Mr. Android and the propeller beanie are not there. Okay, now back to the phone. And why? Well, because my phone was in airplane mode, so nothing could get copied out. And this is just for purposes of demonstration. I'm going to open up the gallery, and we see those 3 photos of the beanie and Mr. Android and Mr. Android with the beanie. So I'm going to delete the beanie using Samsung Gallery. Move this image to trash, move to trash. All right. Now I'm going to go into Google Photos. And did you see that gray box that then disappeared? So that photo of just the propeller beanie is gone. It's not in the cloud. It's not in Google Photos. I just deleted it from Gallery. Got it? So if it hasn't been uploaded to the cloud, do not use Gallery to delete it because it doesn't know. Now, if I want this to go to the cloud, I'm going to take off airplane mode. I'm going to take off airplane mode and notice that something starts happening. There's this circle is going around up here, so these photos are being uploaded. One little tip, you do have to open the Google Photos app to make sure that happens. I mean, sometimes it will upload in the background, but lots of times it won't. So if you want to make sure your photos are getting uploaded, you have to open the app and check and see. Mine now says backup complete. So those photos are in the cloud. Now, if I want to remove this from the phone, do not use the trash can. That will delete from the phone and from the cloud. What you do is you swipe up and delete from device. Delete from device. And allow. You have to give permission in order for that to happen. Swipe up and delete from device. And allow. As far as Google Photos is concerned, I don't miss those at all. But if I go out to Gallery, they're gone. They've been deleted from device. They're still in the cloud. I see them using the Google Photos app. So that's great. Now, you saw how full my phone was of photos. I want to delete all of the photos and videos from this device as long as they are in the Google Photos cloud, so I won't miss them. You can do that with just one command. It's called, go away. I need to remember to turn notifications off when we do this. Right here, free up space, 45.5 gigabytes. So I want to go back and remember how many do I have. I go to storage. So I am using 124 gigabytes out of my 128. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Google Photos, tap on free up space, and I'm being gutsy here doing this live, don't you think?
I think.
All right, but notice this. These items are already safely backed up in your chosen quality. You can still view them at any time in Google Photos. So this is why you do not want to do this with your gallery. Gallery does not know if they've been uploaded to Google Photos. Google Photos does know. And if it hits one that is not uploaded, it won't delete it from the device. So I'm going to tap free up 45 gigabytes. Additional permissions required. Got it. Allow photos to modify 4,000 items. Yep. Modifying, meaning it's deleting 4,000 items. Now, that's going to take a minute, and there's a couple more allows I have to do. And just in case this runs into some problems, and to make sure that I do teach you right, we have a video on using the Google Photos free up space command. 739.
Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and in this video I want to show you how to use Google Photos free up space command. But first, why do you want to use it? Well, I'm talking about your phone. Every time you take a picture with your phone, it is stored on your phone. After a while, if you take enough pictures, your phone will get full, and there will come a time when you want to take a picture and it will say no can do because the phone is full. So what do? With Google Photos, if you install Google Photos and turn on the backup and sync, that means that every photo you take with the phone, Google Photos will upload to your Google account in the cloud. And if you are confident that that's been done, you then can erase the photos from the phone. Free up space from the phone. Let me show you how. First, I want to document how much space is being used by my phone. This happens to be my Android. It's pretty much the same on an iPhone, but there's a couple of extra twists. So this is about Android. I'm going to look at my settings and go to Battery and Device Care, which includes storage. And here is storage. This phone is capable of storing 128 gigabytes, and I have used 83% of that. The images and videos are taking up 18 gigabytes and 22 gigabytes. That's what I want to delete in order to free up space. So what you do is you go to your Google Photos. Don't use the native photo gallery app because it doesn't know. If I go into gallery and I delete photos, I might be deleting photos that have not actually been uploaded to Google Photos because gallery doesn't know. But Google Photos, if I use the free up space command and it's under account button, and free up space, notice it says, these items are already safely backed up in your chosen quality. You can still view them at any time in Google Photos. If I tap this button, it will delete 39 gigabytes worth of photos and videos from this device. But wait, one other thing you should think about. If I've only taken the photos with this phone, uploaded them to Google Photos. When I delete them from the phone, I'll only have one copy. I need a backup, and I want to make sure that another backup has been done before I perform this function. I do that. You can do it several different ways. I just want you to ask yourself, if I delete from the phone and something happens to the Google Photos copy in the cloud, do I have another copy of my photos? I do that using Microsoft OneDrive. So I want to check in OneDrive and make sure that it is up to date. It says March 2022, and I know that these are the photos that I took just today. That tells me that my Microsoft OneDrive copy is up to date. My Google Photos can then free up space from this device. All I have to do is tap one button and it will delete 38.97 gigabytes. I haven't seen this message before, but it's saying additional permissions required. For large number of photos and videos, you'll need to give Google Photos permission to delete photos multiple times. Got it? Allow photos to modify 4,000 items. Allow. I don't know exactly why it's asking more times, but these must be pictures that are in different folders internally on the device. So I will allow, and it's doing it. It'll take a little while. Well, that just took a few minutes, and I have freed up nearly 39 gigabytes of space on this phone. So those photos and videos have been erased from this phone, but they're not gone. I can still go to Google Photos and view all of my photos. Why? Because they're in the cloud. They got copied. Google Photos only erased from the device the photos that it knew had been successfully backed up to the cloud. So when I am looking through here, I am seeing the photos on the cloud. If I go to Gallery, I am still seeing some photos because they were copied to extra folders, but I am not seeing the great bulk of my photos, just a few. Let's see how much space my phone now has. Storage, so much better. I'll bet you my phone will work faster and I will have fewer problems with it now that I have freed up all that space.
Yep.
For you iPhone folks, I promise I will get there. So now, okay. And yes, I forgot to say that before I click that button of free up space and delete 45 gigabytes of my precious photos, I should have looked and made sure, but I have been doing that my OneDrive had successfully uploaded everything. So if something happens to my Google Photos, I have a complete copy of everything on my OneDrive as well, an extra copy. And some people, I saw Huey there, said that he makes sure to make a copy to his computer before he erases them from phone. Absolutely. Very good.
Okay. People are asking, how do you sync with OneDrive?
Oh, okay, I'll show that. On the phone, OneDrive is an app. Well, first of all, it's a Microsoft account. You have to have a Microsoft account. I pay $60 a year, I think, and get a terabyte. And then you find your OneDrive app. And under Me, there is a settings. And then somewhere in here, well, I have another video on it. Yeah, there's a photos and setting. Anyway, there is a setting in here to say copy all of, not this gallery sync. That's something else. Microsoft and Samsung have been making a deal
sync
here.
Offline files.
Yeah. I know what it is, but or you can use Amazon Photos, or you can use Dropbox. All of those have a setting to automatically copy all your photos up to another cloud. Now, what about other things? I mean, what if photos isn't your problem? Your phone is full of other stuff. Clearing cache can be a quick and easy way. So that is in settings. I'm on my Samsung, and back to the battery and device care and storage, and look at that. I'm down to 81 gigabytes.
Ooh, woo.
Look at all that free space. Oh, I'm excited. Now, why don't I do this more often? I really don't like doing this. I would rather have a 256 gigabyte and keep all my photos on the phone. There's some value to having your photos local on your phone. I don't like deleting them, but when it gets full, you got to do something. Okay, and then there's more here. If you swipe up and start going down, notice that it has unused apps and duplicate files. There are other ways that you can clean stuff up. Now, and any of these that have an arrow mean, so if I have audio files, I can go there and delete them from here. Or, there we go, back to storage. Or under apps, now I could go in here and start deleting apps. Oh, God, I hate doing that. You know, I know that I haven't used it in 2 years, but as soon as I delete an app, I'll want it tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
So I really hate deleting apps. But there is this thing called cache. And where did it go? Under apps and swiping up. Well, I guess I cleared my cache. There should be something here called cache, and then you can select all the apps and clear the cache. I must have done it recently, so I don't have any. All right, so that's Android. Let's go to iPhone. iPhone has a couple of features that, let's look at this first, that Android doesn't have. So 2 clicks might be all you need to free up space on your iPhone. Under images, there's this thing called optimize iPhone storage, and I'll show you that. And under apps, there's this thing called offload unused apps. So first, and everybody who has an iPhone, I do want you to look at this. Open your settings and look at iCloud and see if iCloud Photos is turned on. I mean, it might not be, in which case this won't, you'll need to use iCloud in order to have the optimized phone storage. What happens then is your original full-size photos goes up to iCloud, and if you check that box for optimize iPhone storage, if your phone starts getting full, it compresses them, it removes the original and just leaves kind of a thumbnail in its place. That right there could save you all the space you need on your iPhone. If apps is your problem, which it often is, iPhone has this wonderful thing called Offload Unused Apps. It's like deleting the app, but the icon is still there. Now that I don't mind. If I offload an app that I haven't used for 2 years and I decide I want to use it tomorrow, the icon's still there. You just tap it and it takes a minute to re-download. And here's one I have a video on, 535.
Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and this video is about how to get more storage space available on your iPhone by using a feature called Offload Apps. First, let me show you what I'm talking about. My phone is getting pretty full. If you go into Settings and General and iPhone Storage, that's where it tells you how much space you have. I am using 26 gigabytes out of 32, so I still have 6. It's okay right now. Notice that my photos, the gold color, are not the problem. They may be with you, and there's other ways to deal with that. In my case, it's the red. That's apps. I have a lot of apps. And 10 gigabytes are in the system. There's nothing I can do about that. I could go through and uninstall apps, but that's such a hard thing to do. Check out this setting. Under Apps, iTunes and App Store, Offload Unused Apps. Now, I even have that turned on, and I'm getting full, so I think I need a new phone. But if you don't have that turned on, it can give you a lot of space. Automatically remove unused apps, but keep all documents and data. Reinstalling the app will place back your data if the app is still available in the App Store. Let me show you how it works. It works automatically. It just finds apps that you haven't used in a while, and it offloads them. It doesn't uninstall. Look at this one called Layout. It says I've rarely used that, if ever, and now it has a little cloud on it. That means that I have that app, but it has been removed from the phone. If I want to use it and I tap it, it's just like it was there, but it's going to take a minute to download the app again, and it will come back with all your settings. So that is what is meant by offloading apps to free up space on an iPhone.
And I understand that that feature is supposed to be coming to Android, maybe in the next version, Android 14, I think that is. Okay, so those are the big two features that will free up space on your iPhone. But then there are some more. Text messages. I got to show you, if you are somebody that does a lot of text messages and there's a lot of attachments to those, and you have not looked at this particular setting, it's saving them forever and taking up space. So I want to show you that. You just go into your settings.
Look.
And you find Messages, your Messages app. It's there, Messages. And then look at all of its settings down here. And it says keep messages. If you've never been here, it's keeping your messages on your device forever. If you select 1 year or 30 days, it will delete the ones that are older than that, and that could save a lot of space. And then there's things like music and books and podcasts. Now for those, you have to go to the app. So if I go to podcasts, for example, and I can find, and then library and downloaded. So I have 5 episodes downloaded. Actually, this one, I have 65 episodes downloaded of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. That's taken up a lot of space. I don't need that. Long press and remove downloads. So that's just a couple other things that, but the photos and the apps are the big things. And I think we did have a few questions.
There are. Let's see. I think I want to. Nancy says my Android says I can get premium 5 terabytes upgrade for $250 annually. That's a lot of money. Do you need 5 terabytes in the cloud?
And I don't know what cloud account that is.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Tom,
what cloud account?
Can you move photos from the cloud to a separate hard drive?
Sure. Yeah, and I have videos on that. I mean, I just download my best photos to an external hard drive. So I have my entire lifetime of my best photos on a hard drive.
And that's all you really need.
And that's video 574, I think.
Well, she has them all committed to memory.
Well, that's one of my favorites, actually.
How to get to free up space on Android. Yeah, I think you showed that.
Yeah, in Google Photos, you tap on the account button, your little face in the upper right-hand corner, and you'll find free up space in there.
Okay. Let's see. Do the same processes work on the iPad as well?
Yes. I almost showed it on the iPad. But...
Okay. Can't I copy all the photos to a folder on my PC before removing from the phone?
Sure. Or you can use a little thumb drive. They make thumb drives that will plug into phones and make a copy of all your photos onto the thumb drive too.
All right.
Whatever. Just make sure that you know your photos are safe somewhere.
Right. So in Google Photos, confirms library search is looking at the cloud and not the phone device.
Not necessarily. It's looking at both. I mean, if it's only in the cloud, then yeah, you're seeing the cloud copy, it works just fine. But if it's only on the device, you're still seeing it. And that Yeah, that's confusing to some people, but
After you delete from Google Photos, how do you get them from the cloud other
okay.
than on the computer?
Right. On the computer, it's the easiest. You select pictures and then download to the computer. If you want them, so back on my Samsung, none of my photos are on the device anymore, right? I wiped them out. Let's say that I want my little Android guy with his beanie hat. I want that on my phone. Swipe up and download. So that photo is now on my device.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. I've just been asked if... Yeah. There it is. I've been asked if I want to free up space with my screenshots. I take a lot of screenshots of recipes saved to Google Photos albums. I've been afraid to delete them.
I wouldn't. I mean, it sounds like those... It assumes that screenshots were not important, that they were something that you just used for a day or two and that's it. These sound like they're important to you. So no. Now, you can still delete them from the phone, leaving them in the cloud, but don't just delete them completely. Those are important pictures.
Okay, how can I take all my Google Photos and copy them to Microsoft Drive? All of them.
Yeah, all of them, even ones that aren't on your phone. I mean, if they're on your phone, you just install the Microsoft OneDrive and turn on the setting that says upload all these. But if there are more in your Google account that you want in Microsoft, you have to use a third party.
Nancy's not sure what.
What cloud account that is. Yeah, you'd have to. I'm certainly not going to pay for something if I don't know what it is.
Okay, I think that's all.
All right.
Well, yeah. Did you learn something? Let's have some questions for you. A message that your cloud storage is getting full will include A, an offer to upgrade, B, a password, C, mention of your device.
Cloud storage getting full, you will see some message about being able to upgrade or buy more cloud storage.
A message that your phone storage, your device storage is getting full will include A, offer to upgrade, B, a password, or C, mention of your device.
You can't upgrade, so it will mention your device. It will say iPhone storage or your device's storage.
The number one way to free up space by deleting images on your Android is A, use gallery, delete all, B, use Google Photos, free up space.
B.
Always.
B. Gallery doesn't know if they're in the cloud.
Don't take chances. On an iPhone, what single click will reduce storage space for photos and videos? A, settings, clean device, B, iCloud Photos, optimize storage, or C, offload photos?
B, iCloud Photos, optimize storage.
And one more. True or false, you should only remove photos from phone after confirming that you have at least 2 copies elsewhere.
Yeah, I probably have 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think a lot of our viewers may have that. Or
So
belt and suspenders, not a problem.
generally, we recommend Google Photos as the one, the Google Photos Cloud, and then pick one.
Yeah.
Dropbox, OneDrive,
Amazon,
computer, thumb drive for your second one.
Okay. Go ahead. I want to remind our premium viewers about the Backstage Pass. It's an online Zoom meeting right after this show is over. And we get to the green room, and you can get the link from geeksontour.com, the login page, or Chris sent out an email to members earlier. The link is there. So what's the webpage, Chris, that lists all of our YouTube shows?
Geeksontour.com. The menu item is YouTube show.
Oh, cool. And the webpage lists all of our recent newsletters.
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is blogs and news.
Great. And why do people pay nearly $60 a year to join?
There's lots of benefits. One is the backstage pass, get more conversation with us. People join to ask us questions on the Q&A page, the hundreds of Show Me videos that are members only, to get written notes of these shows, and there's others.
And some people just like to say thank you, and
we thank you.
We thank you. So become a member, $58 a year. Go to geeksontour.com, sign up for our newsletters at the newsletter sign up page.
Oh yeah, members get our ebooks as well.
All the books, yes, that's true. Subscribe to this channel, like us on Facebook, do all those wonderful things. We'll be seeing you later. I am Jim.
And I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.